Hi, my name is Alice Nichols. I'm a music therapist, musician and singer, and I have diagnosed ADHD and undiagnosed autism. I essentially hyper-focused my way through a 2-year masters, and while doing so I also joined every ensemble I could in the music department in order to keep my musical skills up and keep them fresh. When I finished university and went into the world of work, ADHD was both a blessing and a curse. I could work on several job applications and jobs at the same time, but then spend literal hours doing nothing until the next burst of energy. When I was a freelancer, managing several jobs at once, my undiagnosed ADHD allowed me to keep a lot of plates spinning all at once, until the point where I crashed them all and had to hastily pick them up again, and this happened several times. That's often how ADHD feels, at least to me. Spinning more plates than you have the ability to, but you can't let any of them go or the whole lot will fall. Most people feel like this at some point or other, but with ADHD, it becomes second nature to spin more plates than you can handle, then forget about one and start spinning several more. It wasn't until around 2019 that a friend actually suggested to me that I might have adult ADHD. I initially dismissed it as I had other labels that had been suggested as explanations for what I thought was just my weird self. But the more I looked into this, the more ADHD seemed to fit. The sensory issues, concentration versus procrastination, compulsive spending or compulsive eating, which I've had problems with in the past, to get that elusive dopamine, the miles and miles of unfinished projects, even my seemingly positive ability to pick up pretty much any string instrument and learn it quickly, it all pointed ADHD-wards. After a referral, a battle to get my brain in gear to do the paperwork associated with the referral, and an assessment with a consultant, I was diagnosed last year with combined type ADHD and very probably autism. I spent the next few months rethinking my entire childhood and adulthood up to that point, processing things through the ADHD lens. It's important to note here that I wasn't giving myself excuses for all the things that were related to my neurodiversity, but rather explanations, reasons. I had a whole other self waiting to be uncovered, one that wasn't lazy or work shy or a daydreamer, one that wasn't oversensitive. I wasn't flighty or clumsy or feckless. I had a condition that could be treated and managed and could be turned into a superpower. Music helps me a great deal. I've always been sceptical about the Mozart baby phenomenon, but I can say for certain that having upbeat, familiar music on in the background while I'm working really does motivate me and keep me on task. If I can't have music or audiobooks on, for example if I'm working in a public place, then I usually have a song in my head without realising it. It also ties into my stimming, that's sensory stimulation. I tap a lot when I'm stimming, often quite rhythmically, with my fingers on a desk or drumming on the side of my head or on my face. And having a regular beat will help me concentrate. Only if it's something I know though. I can't listen to new or unfamiliar music when I'm trying to concentrate because I know I'll get distracted. Music is really good for sensory input. If someone has ADHD and autism, like me, this combination is sometimes referred to as AUDHD, AUDHD. Then familiar music can act as both a sensory input for stimming and an anchor to the present when I'm at risk of, distraction or of meltdown or shutdown.